I don't feel worthy to be here because I just talk. I don't really do anything. You guys are the doers. But there's a few things that drive me crazy, and I just thought I'd share them at the beginning of this great event because they might be of some help to you. Now, the first one is, it's all your fault. All the problems we're going to be addressing, all the worthy things that are going to be said are to sort things out. But the fact is, it's your fault. And if you go away thinking, well, I saw a lot of worthy things, but, the government will take care of them or corporations will take care of them, they're not going to. They're not. It's you. You've got to do it. You've got to say to yourself, all right, I'm going to do something about this. It's me. See, you can look at corporations, but actually, they just exist to make money. They're not here to solve problems. The only problem they're trying to solve is make more money. And some of them are good, and some of them are bad, but frankly, a little recycling bin in the corner of your 100,000 square foot store that's selling more stuff and you're gathering a little bit each day isn't really going to fix everything. So it's your fault. Accept that. Now someone will go to the next slide. It's good that we get this now, not later on when the important people are speaking. I bet half the people in the room are looking at their phones, aren't you? You're all looking at your phone going, how long is this going to take? Come on, who is this guy? Well, the thing is, right, stop. Stop looking at your phones. Stop. That's not going to solve it. When you wake up in the morning, you're having your coffee, and you're going through your phone going, oh, Instagram. Oh, I tell you what, that's outrageous. I'm going to like that. Oh, I tell you what, I'm going to tweet, I stand with you. And here's my thoughts and prayers. Don't. Stop it. Thoughts and prayers mean I don't care. That's what it means. I don't care. I'm sitting on my couch in my shorts eating chips. I don't really care, but I'll send you my thoughts and prayers. So stop doing it. Stop staring at your phone. Put your phone down. Next slide. This is a big one, right? I live in America. We made a big mistake in 2016. And you know what we did? I'm responsible. I hereby humbly apologize for that mistake. Because it's my fault, as I said earlier. See, I'm a typical whiny liberal, right? I sit there going, oh, well, that's outrageous. That will never catch on. We'll never do that. Look at what that person just did then. That will never catch on. You don't win if you do that. You don't win. If you feel even more righteous and even more correct and even more convinced you're doing the right thing, you've lost. Remember I said it's your fault? You've got to find people that you hate and you've got to make friends with them. You've got to talk to them. I remember this time last year, I walked out onto this stage at this wonderful event, and I stood here and I said, you know what? I think I'm wasting my time a little bit. Because you all already agree. All the wonderful things that are going to be said, all of you lovely people, you all agree with each other. Hands up, who doesn't believe that global warming is an issue? Well, then there's nobody to convince. The fact is, you've got to go and find people that you hate, and you've got to make friends with them. You've got to engage with them. There's no point talking to each other. You already agree with each other. Find someone you don't agree with. Find someone that feels this is all bullshit and get stuck in with them. Talk to them. Don't waste time with the Russian trolls and the bots and all that rubbish. That's just nonsense. Find real people and talk to them. Your parents, they're probably smarter than you, but find people that you don't agree with. Next slide. And and the thing is, you might end up getting fired. I actually got fired. I've been fired many times, actually, obviously. And that comes as no surprise. It's true as well. It's not. No, it is. It is. I actually got fired by a company that's in this room, and they were right. But the thing is, you've got to stand up. You've got to stand up and say, this is what I believe. I'm going to do this. This is the right thing to do. Or that's the wrong thing to do. I'm not going to stand for that. And you might get fired. You might, but that's all right. And if you're running a company, do something that makes you uneasy. Do something that when you look at your shareholders, you're like, yeah, it's just the right thing to do. Because you have to do that. Do you remember I said it's all your fault? If you run a company or you have any kind of influence and you're not doing something that makes you mildly uneasy, you're not trying hard enough. It's your fault. Is anyone recognizing my little hand gesture? This is my go to the next slide. This is probably the most important thing, right? Do something. Just do something. Don't talk. Don't have a meeting. Don't have an idea. I've already told you about phones. Don't do that. Do something. Like, you remember I said it's your fault? Vow. When you watch these 2 days of amazing conversations, get stuck in and say to yourself, right, I'm going to do something. I'm actually going to engage. I'm actually going to change something that I do. It may get me fired. I may have to spend a little bit less time with the thing I love, which is my phone. But I'll actually do something. I'll make something happen. And in the spirit of that, I want you to do me a favor right now, if you would be so kind. Everybody stand up. Please, everybody in the room stand up. Stand up, turn around, and talk to the person behind you. say hello to them, and tell them you're going to do something. All right. All right, I just said talk to them, not give them your life story. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Okay, everyone. So if you can just sit down now, let's go back to the room. Thank you very much. Okay, everybody, thank you very much. Sit down, please. Sit down. So look, you've spoken to someone you don't know now. When you see them again, tell them what you're going to do. And if you see me, I'll be around the next 2 days, tell me what you're going to do. Don't just not do anything. Don't send thoughts and prayers. Don't stand with somebody. Actually do something. So just to recap, remember, it's all... Oh, by the way, take your phones out. You're allowed to just right now, and take a picture of that. Remind yourself, it's all your fault. Stop staring at your phone, apart from the photograph you're about to take. Get fired. Do something and make friends with somebody that you hate. With that, I say thank you. Enjoy the conference.